How's it going, guys? Mr. Meyer here in Basement Studios again. So today is going to be a little different. We're not going to move around as much because there's 3 things that we're going to really need to focus on putting together so that we can participate on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday. All right. If you were in 4th grade last year and you did field day with me, you've done some of this. So you're going to be a little bit of an expert on this. But if you haven't, I'm going to show you how to do it. What we're going to be working on this week is our foot skills, okay? So soccer skills and foot skills. What we need is a type of ball, right? And I'm not expecting you guys to go out and go get a soccer ball, go get a ball. If you have a ball, great. If not, that's okay too. I think it's actually better if we use either a sock ball, a t-shirt ball, or a hoodie ball because they don't bounce around as much. They don't roll all over the place. It's easier to control so we can really get those skills down, all right? So we're going to learn how to make all 3. Then we'll do a warm-up. And today's focus will be trapping the ball, which is essentially catching or controlling the ball with our foot when it comes to us. So if someone kicks us a ball or throws us a ball, we can control it with our foot. And then we'll do our stretch at the end. But the first thing we need to do before we move around is learn how to make all 3 of these. If you're at school and you brought in an extra pair of socks so you can do this, great. I have emailed your teachers to ask if you can use the sock ball during class. If you get to class and they say, hey, you can't when you start to do the PE video, please be respectful and just say, okay, no problem. And you'll just have to kind of go along with us as you're doing the video, all right? And you'll just have to use your imagination. But if they do allow you, please be respectful of your space and everybody else's space with your social distancing, that your ball isn't going all over the place. If you're at home, stop the video if you don't have a pair of socks. If you want, you can get a t-shirt. If you don't want to, that's okay. You just want to use the pair of socks like we did a couple of weeks ago, or a hoodie. All right. At school, you should only have a pair of socks. You shouldn't take your hoodie off and try to do it. You're just using the pair of socks, not the pair of socks that are on your feet. But if you brought an extra pair of socks, if you didn't, that's okay. Just use your imagination. So let's go over how to make the sock ball. We did this a couple of weeks ago when we did our throwing, right? So what I do, and you can do it a different way. My daughter was helping me fold laundry before, and I showed her one way to do it. And she did it a little bit different than I did, but she still was able to make a sock ball. So what I do is I take the pair of socks, put them together, right? Now, I'm holding the pair of socks with one hand. I open up a hole on one of them, the top of it, and I take the other sock with my thumb, and I push that through the hole, and then I push and squish everything into that sock. And it's not a perfect ball, but it's a ball nonetheless. Let's do that one more time together. And if you already have your sock ball together, you don't want to practice, that's cool. Just, I dropped the sock. Just keep your sock ball together. But if you want to practice again with me, that's great. So again, socks together, open up one, take the other one, and what I do is I take my thumb and I push it through the other one, and then I squish everything in there to make a ball. And again, it does not have to be perfect. All right, the tricky one that we're going to go over, let me put that to the side. Boop. Come here, bucket. Get out of here, hoodie. The tricky one is the t-shirt, but it's a little bit of a smaller ball. So I like that too because it's almost the size of like a small soccer ball, which is pretty cool. So what I do, and again, if you don't have a t-shirt, that's okay, you can use a soccer ball. If you are going to use a t-shirt at home, make sure it's not a really nice one. This is the one of the ones I work at, and I go play sports in this one. So this one, I don't mind getting all nasty and dirty because I'm going to be using it on the floor. So what I do is I lay the t-shirt out in front of me, right? And it's hanging over on this side, and it's hanging over on this side because this is about the same size as your desks at school. Or you can do this on the floor. What I do is I take one sleeve and I fold it in just a little bit, and then I take the back and fold it in just a little bit, take the other sleeve, put it on top of that sleeve, take this side, fold it in just a little bit. Okay, now that it's kind of folded together in the back, I'm going to pull the shirt back a little bit, fold it on top, right? Okay, then I'm going to take, so the collar is here, right, where you put your head through. It's still on the top, but it's underneath everything. Then I'm going to take the back side that's folded, and I'm going to put that on top. All right, now it looks like this, right? So I have the, where you put your head through, and this is the front of the shirt, but it's on the back side now. Now what I'm going to do, this is the real tricky part. If you can't see through the video, either make it a little bit bigger if you can, or you're just going to have to really squint your eyes and pay attention to this one. All right, so what I do now is I kind of fold the t-shirt in a little bit here. I take the collar and I start to bring just one side of the collar over the shirt. And then what you kind of do, it's really hard. I can't even really explain it, but you stuff it in so it's like a little ball inside. You still have the collar, but now the collar's inside out, and I stuff that in one side, right? I stuff it in this side, and then I bring it over. I mean, this one's really tricky, but if you can get it, it's a really good ball. You tuck everything, almost like the sock, you tuck everything in, so you kind of make a ball. That one's really hard to do, but I'll show you again, all right? If you can figure out a different way to make a t-shirt ball, awesome. And as you're playing today or any other day, if it comes apart, just put it back together. The easiest ball to make is definitely the sock ball, but I'll show you the t-shirt again. All right, this is the way I do it. Again, if you find a different way to make it, super awesome. I love it. All right, so lay the t-shirt down, take one sleeve, bring it in the other sleeve. Take the back, right, and we fold that in a little bit. Now I pull this, bring it up to the collar where your head goes through. Take the bottom side again to where the collar is. Then you take the collar from underneath and you start to push everything into one side of the collar. Oh, that was a pretty good one. Oh, actually, it's one of my best ones. All right. And now I have a pretty good looking t-shirt ball. Again, really hard. If you can't make it, don't worry about it. It took me a long time to figure out how to get this perfect like that. All right, next thing we're gonna do, if you have, and you're at home, and you wanna make it with a hoodie. A hoodie is a little bit easier than a t-shirt because what we're gonna do is we're just gonna roll and smush everything into the hood, which is already kind of shaped like a ball, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay the hoodie down so it's facing up. I'm going to take, let's see, I'll push it off the table a little bit. I'm gonna take the sleeves, bring them in, and now I got everything there, so now I'm gonna take the bottom, kind of roll it into it, and start to roll it, but also bring it to the middle. So roll it this way and bring the sides to the middle. And as you're going, you open up the hood and you're gonna stuff everything inside the hood. And now you got a pretty good ball there, right? Not perfect, not perfectly round, but that's okay. And now I got a hoodie ball. All right, let's show you again. All right, so lay the hoodie down. So see the lettering's facing up. I'm gonna take the sleeves, bring the sleeves in. Take the bottom of the hoodie, start to bring it together, but also tuck things in from the right, things from the left. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Open up the hood and put everything inside the hood. Oh, and if it falls apart a lot, if you have a little bit of tape that you're allowed to use, like painter's tape or masking tape or whatever tape you have, if you want to tape it, or rubber bands, you can put rubber bands around to keep it a little bit better together. So the hoodie one is a little bit easier, probably will stay together a lot better when we're doing what we're doing. The best one though, I think, is the sock ball. All right, so let's get warmed up so that we can work on our trapping. So let me move this out of the way. Okie dokie. And I'm just gonna move this over here. And if you are at school, I'm just gonna position, I just got a new stand for this phone, so I'm just gonna move it up a little bit. I think we got it. All right, so we're gonna get warmed up. The two buckets represent your tables if you're at school, your desks. So that's one desk. We'll pretend there's a desk here and there's the other one. So I'm gonna do everything behind here to kind of show you what you would do when you're at school. All right, let's get warmed up. Jog in place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do some side lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do some calf raises. My favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Press ups, my new favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That's just some scissor arms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let's do some slalom jumps, jumping side to side. If you're at home, make sure you have sneakers on. If you don't have sneakers on, pause it. Go get some sneakers or make sure you're on a carpet. I don't want you guys slipping on your floors as you're doing these jumps. So just go nice and easy. Make sure you have sneakers. So pause, get some sneakers, come back in. If you're at school, again, my joke is you should have sneakers on because you're at school. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do forward lunges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Shoulder raises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Trunk twists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do a quick talk about what we're going to do for class today. We already said in the beginning, we made the sock ball, the t-shirt ball, and the hoodie ball so that we can work on our foot skills, right? Some soccer skills. What we're going to work on today is called trapping, okay? And trapping is basically kind of like catching the ball with your foot and controlling it. So if someone kicked you a soccer ball or a regular ball and you were playing some kind of kicking game and the ball came to you and you wanted to stop the ball, well, there's going to be a certain way that we're going to learn how to do that today, all right? So the first way we're going to learn is if someone like threw it in the air to us, let's see if we can trap it with our foot, like bring it down with our foot or get it under control on our foot, all right? You guys ready? You sure? Okay, so choose what you're going to use. I'm going to use the sock ball because I think most of us are going to probably use the sock ball because that was the easiest one to make. So I'm going to go with the sock ball, all right? So the first thing we're going to do, if you want to watch first, and then you can get up and join me. So I'm going to go behind my desks, right? I'm pretending those are my desks. All I'm going to do is I'm going to hold the ball out in front of me. I'm going to drop it and then put my foot on top of it. Now I know this is easy for some of us, right? Because some of us are really good with our foot skills. If it's too easy, you can go a little bit faster than I'm doing it. But what's great about the sock ball is it's not going to bounce around too much on us. So we're going to go nice and easy. All we're going to do is drop it, and then put our foot on. We're not going to stomp on it, because if we did that with a real ball, if we stomped on it, we're going to slip and fall backwards. We don't want that to happen. If you want to go faster, like I said, you're in one of the older grades, you want to go a little bit faster, you can go faster. So let's have everybody stand up. If you're at school, push in your chair. If you're at home, just make sure you have space to do this. All right, so here's what we're going to do. Ready? Hold the ball out in front of you. We're not throwing it down. We're not throwing it up in the air just yet. We're going to hold that in front of us. You're going to drop it and then put your foot on top of it. Okay? We'll do 5 with this leg, and then we'll do 5 with this leg. We gotta learn how to do both. Really good soccer players have great foot skills with both their right leg and their left leg. A lot of people when they're playing soccer, even when I played soccer when I was younger, I would always say, Coach, I can't kick or trap with that foot because I'm a righty. I'm not a lefty. And he would say, you're a soccer player, so you're supposed to be able to use both. And then eventually I learned how to use both. But if you don't practice it, You're only going to be good with one foot or one leg. So we'll try it on both. Let's go 5 on this side. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again, if you're one of the older grades, you can go a little bit faster and try to do 10 while I'm doing 5. All right? All right, so let's pick it up. Let's work on, this will be my left leg. We're going to work on the other leg now. You ready? So take it out and drop it. 1. And you can also, if you're not too confident with this or comfortable with this, you can drop it and then put your foot down. You don't have to go as fast as I'm going or as fast as other people are going in around you in your class right now. 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. All right, we're going to go back and work on, well, this is my right leg. Whatever leg you started with, it doesn't matter which leg you start with, as long as we're using both. And we're going to go 5 again on this side, and then 5 again on this side. And then we're going to change it up, make it a little bit more challenging. You guys ready? Okay, here we go. And again, if you want to try to do 10 before I get 5 done, go for it. All right, ready? And go. 1, 2. Oh, I missed that one. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, now let's switch over to the other leg. Okay, hold there up front, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. All right, now I'm going to make it a little more challenging, a little bit more fun. So this time, that was pretty easy, right? We're following the ball, just going to the ground, but it was right in front of us. So now what we're going to do is we're going to give it a little. Now you have to do this carefully. We don't want it going all over the place, especially if you're at school, because we don't want to go in front of somebody else's desk. We want to stay near our desk. We're going to give it a little baby underhand toss, and now we have to wait a little bit for it to come down, and then we're going to trap it with the bottom of our foot. So we'll catch it on the bottom of our foot like we've been doing. Okay, I'm going to show you first, but if you think you can do it, you can start up right away. You don't have to wait for me. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to watch, I'm going to throw it up a little bit higher, wait for it to come down, and then I'm going to step on it. So as you can see, if you were watching me, I was watching the ball go up, and then I was watching it go down, then I stepped on it. When I was dropping it before, I was just looking down. I didn't have to worry about looking up and then looking down. Because in soccer, or if you're playing with one of your friends, you're only using your feet, sometimes the ball's going to go up and then you have to find where it is, and then you have to trap it, all right? So watch one more time. I'm going to throw it up in the air. Watch how I follow it. I follow it, and then I step on it, okay? All right, let's try 5 of those. And again, it's just a little baby underhand toss, not a really high one. We don't want to do that. We're going nice and soft. Let's go 5. And if you're already going, because you're in the older grades, keep going and make sure you're using the other leg. All right, here we go. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, almost there, and 5. Okay, so now we did it with this leg, which was my right leg. Now we're going to switch and use the other one. If your sock ball is starting to come apart a little bit, you can take your time and fix it and move it around a little bit. I just fixed mine to make it more like a ball. It was starting to flatten out like a banana. All right, now I'm going to use this leg. Same thing. I'm going to throw it up in the air. I'm going to follow it, watch it. And as it's coming down, I'm getting my leg ready, and I'm going to step on it. So, all right, here we go. And again, if you want to skip ahead and go a little bit faster than me, try to get 10 done, 20 done, you keep going. All right, here we go. So I throw it up, I look at it, and then I step on it. Right? Make sure you're following it up and following down with your eyes in your head. And 2. Here we go. And 3. All right. And 4. Nice. And 5. And I'm really sorry. If you don't, I didn't say this before. If you don't have a sock ball, you weren't able to bring one in, or your teacher says you're not allowed to use it right now, which is totally okay. I said it before, we're going to use our imagination. So what you're going to do, and I'm really sorry that we've already done a bunch of these and I didn't say anything to you guys, is you're going to do it. Just imagine it. Throw it up, follow it, and then bring it down. You're still doing the same motion as us, and we're not using a real ball. We're using a sock ball, so it's not rolling all over the place. So you're pretty much doing the same thing. You're working on that balance, the eye coordination as it comes down, and then you're stepping on it. And then you do it on the other side. So you throw it up as it's going, and boom, you pretend to step on it as well. You're still doing the same thing we're doing, except we're just using a sock ball. All right. And forget how many we had on that side. Let's do 2 more on this side. And 1. Oh, I missed that one. And 2. All right, let's go back to my right leg, or whatever leg you started with, doesn't matter. Just go back to your original leg. All right, here we go. I fixed my sock ball. And again, you don't have one, just pretend. And if you're using a hoodie or the t-shirt ball, that's great. Throw it up, and you're gonna have to just move your foot a little bit higher to trap it. All right, here we go. 1, 2, and I know some of my soccer players that are in 5th grade right now, I know you guys are going a lot faster, which is awesome. You guys keep going faster. 3, 4, and 5. All right, just switch to the other leg now. Going to this one, my left side. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. All right, guys, nice job. That was awesome. All right, now I'm gonna challenge you guys. Now, I know this is gonna be hard. This is one of the hardest things to do when you're trapping a ball, is actually trap it with the top of your foot. I'm giving you guys a super challenge today. All right, if we were in school, we would be passing it back and forth and trapping. Since we don't have that luxury this year, the chance to actually do that, we just have to work on some harder traps. So when we are back in school together, I can see your awesome skills and we can go back to the basics. But we're gonna really challenge ourselves today, all right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take off my shoe for a second. All right, instead of trapping with the bottom of our foot now, we're gonna trap with the top of our foot, right? Kind of where our laces are and where our toes kind of are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw the ball up, and as the ball comes down, we're gonna try to catch it with our foot and bring it down. So it would kind of look like this, like it's up, your foot comes up and catches it and then brings it to the ground. So it'll be a throw up in the air, your foot comes to meet it kinda, and then it brings it down. Now this is a really hard skill to do, and I know some of you are like, Mr. Meyer, we can't do this. But the more you practice it, the easier it's gonna become. All right, so it's the trapping with the top of the foot. I'm gonna show you what it looks like first, and then you guys can do it. And again, if you're at school, please be mindful that if it does go off your foot and goes past your desk, talk to the other person, excuse me, get your sock ball and come back over. Please don't pick up anybody else's sock ball and throw it over to them. We don't want to share the germs that way. So if it does roll out in front of you, please just be mindful of that. They can maybe kick it back to you. Please don't use your hands. Or you can say, excuse me, and then you can reach to get it and come back over. All right, so the top of the foot trap. Let me show you what it looks like first. Again, it's super hard. I'm gonna throw it in the air. Actually, you know what? We'll do the drop first. This way we don't have to watch it come up and down. You're gonna drop. My foot's not gonna stay flat on the ground. My foot's gonna come up in the air and then bring it down to the ground once it hits it. I know some of you are like, Mr. Meyer, I don't know what you're saying. It doesn't make sense. Because my coach showed me this a long time ago. It didn't make sense to me until he showed me. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of bring the ball down with your foot. Almost like, say, I had a water balloon, right? And I took a water balloon and I said, catch, and I threw it to you like this. Would you stick your hand straight out like this and don't move them? No, because it would hit, and what would happen? It would blow up on you and you would get wet. If you're trying to catch a water balloon and I threw it to you, you would kind of like bring it in as you catch it, kind of soften it and bring it in nice and easy. Same thing when you're trapping a ball on the top of your foot. Your foot comes up almost like your hands and brings it down to the ground slow. Let's watch again. Ready? So I'm going to drop it. My foot comes up and then goes down slow with it. The ball doesn't have to stay on your foot the entire time when it comes down, as long as you're bringing it down, because now it's in front of me and then I can go play soccer with it. All right, you guys ready to try with me? Again, this is hard, so don't get frustrated. All right, here we go. So we're going to ball out in front of us. We're just going to drop it to our foot, and our foot is going to kind of meet it and bring it down. You guys ready? And go. 1, 2, 3. See, the ball went off my foot, and that's okay. It's down in front of me where I want it to be. 4 and 5. All right, now we have to use the other leg, the other foot. Whatever we do on this side, we have to do on this side. We'll become a better soccer player, better foot skills. You ready? 1, 2, 3. And if I'm going a little fast, don't worry about it. You keep going at your own pace. 4 and 5. All right, guys. So here's what we're going to do. I want you guys, if you're watching the video, pause the video, and I want you to practice it by yourself. okay? You can do 5 on this side, 5 on that side, 10 on this side, 10 on that side, 20 and 20. Just make sure you're going back and forth, right? Don't just do 20 here and be like, yay, I'm done. I did the foot that I like to use. No, you have to also use the foot that you don't like to use so much because it's gonna make it better. Great soccer players are able to use their right foot and their left foot almost as good as each other, all right? Yeah, your right foot might be a little bit stronger, your left foot might be a little bit stronger, but if you're able to trap the ball both feet and work your skills there, you're gonna be awesome. So again, pause the video, and I want you to practice on your own, okay? You can practice the top of the foot, or you can practice the bottom of the foot, whatever you would like to practice. If it's too easy for you, you know what you can do to make it a little bit harder? Throw it up in the air, and then bring it down, okay? Because now you have to follow it and go back down. All right, so pause the video, go practice on your own for a little bit. When you're done practicing, come back in, unpause the video, and we'll start to stretch. Okay, you guys ready? All right, pause the video. All right, I'm unpaused. All right, let's stretch. Let's do hamstring stretch. Put your heel on the chair or whatever's in front of you. Toe to the sky, leg straight, lean forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, excuse me, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, excuse me, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I got some dust in my throat there. Switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's do the quad stretch. And we talked about the other day on Friday, our quads are our big thigh muscles right here, right? And who remembers, if it's quad, how many muscles are in our quad muscles? That's right, 4. There's 4 in there. How about triceps, our tricep muscles, if you remember? 3, correct. All right, so let's stretch our quads so you can hold on to something. Please don't try to balance when you're doing this. Hold on to something, grab your foot and bring it up directly behind you. So if you were facing me, you couldn't see my foot behind me, or I couldn't see your foot behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And let's switch to the other side again. You don't have to balance. Hold on to something. Bring your foot up directly behind you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, let's stretch our calf muscles, and our calf muscles are our muscles back in here. And if you've been following along, you know that you put one foot out, bring your heel to the ground, keep this leg straight, this leg is bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And I should have said, you can hold on to a wall. Obviously, if you're at school, you're not going to the wall. You can hold on to the back of your chair. And if you've been watching the videos, you know that you can hold on to the back of the chair, back of the table, whatever you would like to do. So now let's switch legs. And leg is flat, foot is flat on the ground. This leg is straight, this leg is bent. You should feel the stretch down that muscle on the back of the leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, we'll finish with a couple of arm stretches. All right, let's go with the shoulder stretch. One arm out, put it across, give it a hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out, other arm out, put it across, give it a hug. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, back scratchers, which is stretching the tricep muscles, right? How many muscles are in the triceps? 3, that's right. And push our elbow back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Shake it out, other arm up. Push elbow back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Last stretch, we'll do side neck. Put your ear to your shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, guys, awesome job. I hope that you paused the video before and practiced that bottom of the foot trap or top of the foot trap, and you didn't just use one leg, your stronger leg. Use both legs or both feet. Great soccer players are able to use both feet almost as good as each other, right? I told you when I was younger, my coach said, you know, Sean, yeah, that's me, Mr. Meyer, you need to use your right foot and your left foot just as good. And I said, well, how do I do that? He said, practice. The more you practice, the easier it's going to become. All right, guys, as always, enjoy, stay safe, and stay active.